Hey guys, I'm Archer Master. I got a lot of replays on the ladder for the previous season, and I'd like to explain them today. I've excerpted some of the decks that are said to be insanely hard matchups with them. There are a lot of people who are suffering from the matchups of RG Lightning and Giant Graveyard, and I urge them to watch it all the way through. I'll explain it more clearly and carefully than other YouTubers. Let's get to it. The first thing I want you to do, regardless of matchups, is to put Tesla in the middle. By placing Tesla in the middle, the opponent will have a hard time putting out units, and even if a unit does come, it will be easier to defend. Be careful in this regard, however, and don't put Tesla in the middle with an opponent who doesn't seem to be able to collect more than 4 casts. For example, a log bait deck with a Tesla in the middle is out of range of both the Princess and the Goblin Barrel, so it is a toy that does not even play a sufficient role. It will be effective for P.E.K.K.A. Bridge spam and 3 Musketeer decks that may play more than a 4 cast role. Thus, basically, against RG with a fast turnover, I will turn my hand except for Xbow. Archers are just separating, and since there was nothing left to do, Tesla in the middle. Some people put Tesla in the Lightning Vigilance position by accident, which is half right and half wrong. Lightning can be avoided by placing the Tesla in the Lightning Alert position, but it can easily be broken by RG or something if placed there with a pre-placed Tesla. So whenever you put it in position there, you should always do it after the RG comes to your side. These boring matches have been going on, but they're stuck with each other, so it's no use. When it doubles, the opponent starts to move a little more. We will stand around accordingly. Here, the opponent has reduced the tower's HP with lightning, so we attack. The key here is to put the Xbow in the middle and the Tesla to the right so that the RG target can be directed to the Tesla. This will extend the life of the Xbow. Still, very little remained. We will see how they are doing in the middle Tesla again. I'll give you all 1 Xbow tips here. That is, when the opponent's Lightning and the Xbow are in contact with each other, the opponent will not be able to accumulate the elixir to produce a G before the Xbow targets the tower, even at to buy. In short, by putting Xbow and Lightning on top of each other, you make it impossible to get RG. But in this case, if you look back, you'll see that it was a little late, and I got there in time. I recommend these tips for Golem as well. I felt like I could do something, so I attacked. They managed to lock it. It's a tremendous opportunity, and I desperately need to extend Xbow's life. GG, let's go to the next game. This deck is Giant Graveyard. Against this deck, placing Tesla in the middle is very potent. And at 1x time, there's no need to force Tesla to extend its life. And one thing I want you to be absolutely sure of is that the archer must be separated from the king's backside. Be sure to take it out from the back of the king tower, because if you put it in the middle, it will be wiped out by arrow. It's crazy important, but most players don't do it, so I'll warn you. The opponent hit the arrows on me, so I'm gonna attack. That, and the opponent's deck has a very slow turnover rate, so we'll take advantage of that. That is to deploy Xbow when there is no giant around in the opponent's hand. Even if they protect it later with a giant, the next Xbow can lock it into the tower. By placing a knight, skeleton, or other unit in the middle against the prince, you can remove the target from the Xbow. With giant and arrow gone from the hand, this is a great opportunity to attack. Unfortunately, it was predicted. I could have predicted that prediction and put Xbow on the opposite side. Archer always deploys from behind the king. This is also important, but by bringing the prince forward with the knight, Tesla will kill the prince first. The elixir advantage is taken, and the archer has just been taken out, so I'm going to play defense Xbow. I mean to put the Xbow in this position, but it avoids the arrow altogether. Also, if you rely on archers to defend you, you will just get hit by spells, so I would try to protect them as much as possible otherwise. The elixir seems to be missing, so I'm going to attack it standing up. Giant is obviously going to come up, and I'm going to turn it off as soon as possible. If the snowball had hit the tower, we would have lost. Let's go to the next game. The person using this deck is minor, and as far as I know, it's him only. But it's really not a good matchup, so I decided to post this replay today. It's really hard to beat this deck, and even if you attack when you don't have a G in your hand, Barbarian Barrel and Lightning will destroy it, and you can hardly lock onto the tower because the tower's HP is reduced. and even if you reduce the tower with spells, lightning does more damage, so there? The only way to beat this deck is to lock onto the tower when the opponent's elixir is depleted. Tesla for Goblin Gauge. I have nothing to match, so I'll defend once with Xbow. Always place the knight directly behind the bowler. Otherwise, they'll take it to the front with a noddo and lose the tower. Now that I have a knight archer on the right side, I attack on the left side. If you put it on the right side here, the bowlers and barbarian barrels will wipe it out. Baby dragons target knights, goblins target skeletons. In this case, there is one reason to put the knight up high, and that is to avoid lightning. If I put the knight out low, he will hit lightning, and I will get hit hard. Now that we have the elixir advantage, we will be mainly defensive from now on. Be careful as the opponent bring it to the front with the bowler noddo like this. Thus basically placing the Xbow on the side with more HP in the tower. Remember that you can fireball the tower twice if you have enough elixir at the 10th second. Good game. Let's go last game. Is this deck also a bad matchup? You may think so, but I think it is definitely bad. because it turns faster than the Xbow and has a rocket. And I'm sure Xbow beginners doesn't know how to win against these decks, so I'm going to teach them this time. That said, it's easy. No matter how many times you turn the Xbow, it doesn't lock to the tower, does it? Then don't try to reduce their tower HP with Xbow. Just keep reducing it with spells. That said, Xbow must always be on the offensive. That's to make the opponent hit a rocket. You can gain a huge damage advantage by having Xbow hit rockets and you hit fireballs at the opponent's tower. Then there comes a time when the opponent thinks it's a bad idea and defends himself with a unit. And that's why we always need to anticipate what they're going to come up with. I think that would inevitably increase the odds of winning. Let's take a look at the play for more details. This Tesla was placed to predict the princess before the bridge. The cannon breaks with the fireball. Fireball to the princess once again. At this time, we will also use spells to reduce the tower's HP. Matching knights on the same side as princesses makes it harder for opponents to prolong their lives. Repeat the cycle of just attacking and hitting the fireball. If the gap is this wide, the opponent will get impatient and defend with units. Whenever you double or triple, you must keep attacking, or you will forever be rocketing to reduce the tower's HP. I managed to win just in time. Please subscribe to our channel and like and comment if you like. See you next time. Bye bye.